Madam Clerk, do we have a quorum?
I'm just going to count everybody now. I'm just letting in Senator Kissel as well. I believe we should be good to go. Let me just double check right now.
Yeah, I had 7 before, so with Senator Kissel, that would give us 8.
Good morning, Senator.
Morning, Senator Kissel.
Yes, we're all set to go if you'd like to start.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning. I'll call this meeting, the Tuesday, June 28th meeting of the Regulations Review Committee to order. Start and see, are there any remarks from my co-chair, Representative Clarice Detria? And then do either of the ranking members have any opening remarks?
Sorry for the delay. Cut myself shaving. That's my remark for today.
Hopefully you're okay. And we'll,
Glad I'm not a hemophiliac.
and then is Representative Arnone on? Okay. So with that, I guess, just looking forward to getting to the business. So we'll move on to item number 1 on the agenda. Item number 1. Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry. Before we go on, let's do a roll call, a quorum call.
A quick quorum call. Representative Arnone. Representative Carpino.
Here.
Representative Godfrey.
Here.
Senator Hartley. Senator Kelly. Senator Kissel.
Here.
Representative Clarice Detria.
Here.
Senator Maroney.
Present.
Representative McGorty.
Present.
Senator Minor.
Present.
Senator Austin.
Present.
Representative Tigliano.
Here.
Representative Ryan. And Representative Welander.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Apparently, I'm not, it's a different laptop, and apparently you can see me counting with my fingers on this laptop. So I just noticed that, so I'll have to be a little more careful as we move through the meeting. Okay, with that, let's move on to item number 1 on the agenda. Item number 1 is Regulation 2022-008, Department of Labor, Connecticut Family and Medical Leave Act. I would entertain a motion for the LCO recommendation of rejection without prejudice.
So moved, Senator Austin.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Senator Kissel. So moved by Senator Austin, second by Senator Kissel. Is there any discussion? Okay. Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Oh, no.
Roll call vote on 2022-008. The motion is to reject without prejudice. Senator Maroney.
Yes. Senator Maroney votes yes.
Representative Clarice Detria.
Representative Clarice Detria votes yes.
Senator Kissel.
Senator Kissel votes yes.
Representative Arnone. Representative Carpino.
Representative Carpino votes yes.
Representative Godfrey.
Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Senator Hartley. She should be present as well. Senator Kelly. Representative McGorty.
Yes.
Senator Minor.
Senator Minor is a yes.
Senator Austin.
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative, and Senator Hartley is now off mute.
Senator Hartley.
Thanks, Kim. Yeah, thank you, Madam Administrator. In the affirmative, please.
Representative Tigliano.
Rep. Tigliano votes yes.
Representative Ryan and Representative Welander.
Senator Welander votes yes.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Senator Kelly votes yes also.
Thank you, Senator. We're all set.
Okay. All right, next item on the agenda is, and I apologize, apparently my Wi-Fi is a little slow up here.
Wow, you just started getting glitchy.
Yeah,
Madam Clerk, can you call the agenda item?
Yes, the second item on the agenda is item. Sorry about that. The second item on the agenda is 2022-006A. Second on the agenda is
Oh, no.
And it's relative to what, Kristen?
It is the Department of Consumer Protection well drilling and geothermal systems.
Thank you.
Oh, the old well drilling again.
I believe I'm back now.
There we go.
For item number 2, I would entertain a motion for approval in whole with technical corrections, regulation 2022-006A, the resubmittal of the Department of Consumer Protection's well drilling and geothermal systems.
So
I'll make
moved.
that. Second.
Okay, moved by Senator Kissel, seconded by Senator Austin. Is there any discussion on this? I do believe we have representatives from DCP on if there are any questions, and I'd like to recognize Senator Austin.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I know we had some concerns last time, and I would like to go back to, I think that this has been around for more than a decade while we have been trying to come to a resolution on this particular agenda item. Did we address the issues relative to the complaints that we got in the last draft of this regulation?
My understanding is that the issues were worked out, but if someone from the Department of Consumer Protection could answer that question.
Hi, yes, Leslie O'Brien from the department. The issues have been worked out with those who expressed concerns, and I think everybody in the industry is now satisfied with this new version.
Thank you.
Great. Is there any further discussion?
Senator Minor has his hand up.
Oh, Senator Minor?
Thank you. So I was actually just going back to try and take a look at the write-up because I'm recalling that there were a number of technical corrections. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Cynthia Fernandez from DCP. There are many technical corrections that were submitted in May, and I'm actually today working on the last round of technical changes that came through late yesterday. So they should be done by this afternoon, and hopefully we'll have that turned around by the end of the day.
And if I could, in so correcting those, we're not going to create a problem that DP already testified they had agreement. We're not going to create a problem and then not have an agreement.
No, these are these are technical changes. There's nothing substantive being changed in these regs. It's all, to be honest, grammatical, a period here, a comma there, underlining, and that kind of thing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Senator Minor. Is there any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Roll call vote on 2022-006A, well drilling and geothermal systems. The motion is to approve in whole with technical corrections. Senator Maroney,
Senator Maroney votes in the affirmative.
Representative Claire Distria,
Representative Claire Distria votes yes.
Senator Kissel,
Senator Kissel votes yes.
Representative Arnone, Representative Carpino,
Representative Carpino votes yes.
Representative Godfrey,
Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Senator Hartley,
Senator Hartley in the affirmative.
Senator Kelly,
Senator Kelly votes yes.
Representative McGorty,
Senator McGorty, yes.
Senator Minor,
Senator Minor votes yes.
Senator Austin,
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Retigliano,
Giuliano votes yes.
Representative Ryan, and Representative Welander.
Representative Welander votes yes.
Thank you, Senator Austin.
Okay, thank you. With that, we're going to move on to item number 3, which is the rule change of the change of the committee rules. Just to summarize the change in the rules, currently the way the rules are set, we can only have the remote meeting or the Zoom meeting while a state of emergency has been declared. The state of emergency expires on June 30th, so this would be our last remote meeting. The requested change would allow for the continuation of remote meetings at the discretion of the chairs, with the 2 chairs consulting with each other. I don't know if the LCO, if Bill O'Shea can comment further on that, if that's a correct summary or if I missed anything in that.
No, Senator, you're correct. And just for by way of reference for the committee members, this committee operates under its own rules. These rules govern through the end of this calendar year. Next year in 2023, the committee will be reconstituted and adopt new rules. As Senator Maroney explained, this rule change would allow the chairs, if they so chose, to agree to continue remote meetings through the end of 2022. It would then be up to the new chairpersons next year to decide whether this rule whether they would pursue it or not. And the rule, the change was made to try to be consistent with language that is in the joint rules and reflects that the public health emergency expires on June 30th, so that language is being bracketed out of the rule.
Thank you. And then can you also comment, I believe that this requires 8 votes, not just a simple majority of those present. Is that?
That is correct, Senator. Any change to the committee's rules requires an affirmative vote of 8 members of the committee.
Okay, great. And both chairs must agree to continue the meetings, was my reading of the rules changes. And I just want to make sure that that's correct.
That is also correct, Senator. Absent agreement of the chairs, then there could be no remote meeting.
Okay, so absent agreement of both chairs, it would be in person.
I move.
Okay, so the rules change has been moved by Senator Kissel. Is there a
that?
seconded by, I believe that was Representative Godfrey?
Mr. Chair.
And now
Mr. Chairman.
Open it up for discussion. Yes.
Who are you calling on?
Oh, okay, Senator Kissel.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you to the co-chair, Representative Claire Distria. I feel very comfortable with this rule change. On the one hand, with regular committees, in the absence of any kind of emergency, I think we should absolutely revert back to in-person meetings. But this committee is unique. It's evenly balanced between Republicans and Democrats. The co-chairs are from different parties. And as was just explained to us, there has to be agreement or the default is in person. And so if either of the chairs have an issue, we're going to be meeting in person. And so I think that's enough safety valves for me to feel very comfortable moving forward. We are one of the only committees, I think maybe the only committee that meets every single month in the off period. And so for a lot of folks that may have family plans or things like that, the Zoom option just might be more convenient. Typically, this committee does not rely on a lot of general public input, which I think is better suited to in-person meetings. And so for a variety of reasons, I am comfortable moving forward, knowing that this will expire at the end of the calendar year. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
And thank you, Senator Kissel, and I agree with everything you said. So thank you for stating that. Is there further discussion?
Senator Minor has his hands up.
Okay, I apologize. I can't see the hands raised here. So if you want to just raise your hands, but Senator Minor, and thank you, Senator Austin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I think it would have been a good conversation for us to have had perhaps last month, knowing that we knew this day was coming, and it would have allowed each of us and our caucuses to think about potential ramifications, whether this will establish or will be purported to establish some precedent. This is not the only committee that meets pretty regularly. The Appropriations Committee meets quite often during the summer. We have met many times about Department of Public Health applications and so on. And so I am concerned about the precedent that this will establish or could establish. As I said, I would have been happier had our chair reached out to us individually to find out what our thoughts were prior to even putting this on the agenda. I think many of us have advocated for being back in person, but in fairness, I'm not running for re-election, and so whether I miss a meeting or don't miss a meeting, I think my record's pretty clear about not, may not have the same effect as it would on someone who is. So for a number of reasons, I think I will oppose the motion today. I do respect the comments that were made by Senator Kissel. This has always been a committee that's worked in a bipartisan way. We've grappled with some regulations over the years that I've been on the committee, and I think we've managed to find our way to not only have the statute stand, but the regulations stand more often than not, and I think that's helped the state. I just think that this is the timing of this is not good. A motion to table it, I suspect would be somewhat problematic. And so I don't know what anybody else's comments are, but those are my comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Minor. Is there any further discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. Senator Kelly.
One question is, I understand that the current amendment or item that we're voting on extends this through December 31st. Would it be possible to extend it only through the month of July so that we can revisit this issue in a more thoughtful manner, as Senator Minor indicated?
That's a question that I'll put to the LCO. Bill, is it possible? I know in our committee, with regulations, we cannot amend legislations. We can accept in part or reject in whole, but I don't know what the rules changed. So,
I think theoretically you could amend the motion if that's the will of the committee.
Okay. Well, I would make a motion to amend the motion, or make a motion to amend the motion to extend it for 1 month so that we could have the opportunity to discuss this amongst ourselves and come back next month prepared to vote.
As you are my leader, I will second that.
And I view that as friendly. I'm fine with that amendment, but I just want to make sure that the LCO, if can you recommend how we would properly state that for the rules? Because the way it's written, it doesn't have a deadline. We just said that we were giving the chairs the permission, and by expiring December 31st, that's just when this term, it wouldn't expire actually December 31st. It would expire when the new legislature gets sworn in. So just for clarification, could, or is the LCO, I guess you have the ability to make the technical and conforming changes.
I think for the benefit of the committee, it would probably be helpful if I just articulated what I think, what I'm hearing as the motion. So if people have the document in front of them, there's an underlined sentence and it says, upon agreement of the chairpersons, and I think I would change that to the July 26th meeting of the committee, the July 26th, 2022 meeting of the committee may be conducted on a virtual platform.
Upon agreement of the co-chairs.
Yes, upon agreement of the chairperson, the July 26th, 2022 meeting of the committee may be conducted on a virtual platform.
All right.
Senator Kelly, is that
Yes.
okay? So the motion was made to amend it by Senator Kelly. It is seconded by Senator Kissel, and there's discussion from Representative Godfrey. Representative Godfrey?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to be clear, are we still striking the language dealing with public health emergencies? Because my concern would be something goes terribly wrong with the pandemic or with something else, and the governor does declare a public health emergency. So are we going to keep that language in at least until July, or are we still striking that? I'm just a little concerned about having to come. I'm just concerned about the clarity. Maybe Bill can help.
Yeah.
I think Representative Godfrey, my inclination would be to continue to bracket that language out of there, because that language, as I read it, was making the ability to meet remotely contingent upon the declaration of these emergencies. And, I don't have a crystal ball, but right now I don't see such an emergency being declared between now and July 26th.
I understand. I've learned that when man plans, God laughs. So who knows what's going to happen? I don't have a crystal ball either. Yogi Berra was right. It's hard to make predictions, especially about the future. But since we'll know better at the next meeting, I'll continue to support this, but I just wanted to raise that issue just in case monkeypox or anything else happens. Thank you.
The Black Death.
Yeah. Bubonic plague.
Yes.
Thank you, Representative Godfrey. And I just want to own my part in not thoroughly reaching out to all the members before this meeting as well. And I see Representative Carpino had her hand raised. So Representative Carpino.
Thank you, Senator. Just a point of conversation to be considered between now and July. If the option exists post-July for the meeting to be conducted hybrid, I think that would be a good solution. We were able to do that in some of our bigger committees. I know Public Health was able to do that, and at least through the end of the calendar year, that would be my suggestion, so that folks who wanted to attend in person could, and those that couldn't had another option. And I only offer that because the public doesn't testify at our meetings. I would be very much singing a different tune if this were one of our traditional committees, but I just thought I'd put that out there for food for thought moving past July.
No, thank you very much. And agreed, this is a different committee than our other committees. And I do look forward to us being all back in person for the other committees, because I feel we do lose a lot by not being in the same room together in those other committees. But with the work we do here, I think it is a little more conducive with this format. But I do also understand and recognize Senator Minor's concerns for not setting for the precedent. So I think taking the time to discuss this is good. I do look forward to discussing individually with the members, but I also think it is good when we discuss things in public as well. So we'll discuss ahead of time and then again at the next meeting, so everyone has more time to think and raise their concerns. With that being said, is there any further discussion? Okay, so I believe we're voting on the amendment bill, and then after we vote on the amendment, we have to vote on the rules change as amended, or is it just, are we voting on the rules change as amended, just for point of clarification?
I think if people are comfortable voting on the change as amended, and I could read the sentence again, then I think that would be easier for the committee. So the change in the sentence, Senator, upon agreement of the chairpersons, the July 26, 2022 meeting of the committee may be conducted on a virtual platform. So it's that change, but otherwise the language in the amendment.
Right. And it was considered a friendly amendment.
Yes. So
Point of clarification, is this just on the amendment and we'll vote on the underlying thing once more?
no, I believe we're voting on the rules change as amended. So
I just have one point then, because I was going to wait until after the amendment had been voted on. Eventually, and while it may not be appropriate, but in July when we're talking about this, based on what has happened with the wells drilling regulations of more than a decade waiting out, I think that we have to come up with a process where we're informed, and that would probably be a rules change of all outstanding regulations that are more than 5 years old, more than 1 year old, quite frankly, so that we don't lose track of these regulations that are so far gone that we're not doing our due diligence relative to helping out communities. So I was going to wait until after the vote, but seeing as we're not going to do that, I would just like to put that on the record. And maybe we could talk about that in July when we're going to see if we vote on the rules change for the rest of the year. So.
Yeah, thank you. And point well taken. 15 years is a long time for a regulation to be outstanding. And I believe that our clerk is working on a list, and our outstanding clerk will be working with you on that, but it's definitely something we can discuss. And Representative Godfrey, I saw your hand.
Yeah.
Thank you. I absolutely agree with Senator Austin, but I don't think we need a rule change. I think you're right to observe. We merely have to have our clerk working with LCO and OLR to have a list compiled for us. It doesn't have to be complicated. We can just ask the nonpartisan staff to come up with a list for us and leave it at that. I don't think we need a rule change. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? If not, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll on the recommended rules change as amended by Senator Minor and seconded by Senator Kissel?
Roll call vote, Senator Maroney.
Senator Maroney votes in the affirmative.
Representative Claire Distria,
Representative Claire Distria votes yes.
Senator Kissel,
Senator Kissel votes yes.
Representative Arnone, Representative Carpino.
I am here.
Oh,
Oh,
Representative
Tom.
Arnone,
Yes. Representative Arnone votes yes.
Representative Carpino,
Representative Carpino also votes yes.
Representative Godfrey,
Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Senator Hartley,
Senator Hartley, yes.
Senator Kelly,
Senator Kelly votes yes.
Representative McGorty,
Representative McGorty, yes.
Senator Minor,
Senator Minor, yes.
Senator Austin,
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Retigliano,
Retigliano votes yes.
Representative Ryan, and Representative Welander.
Representative Welander votes yes.
Thank you.
And Tom, you missed a vote earlier, so make sure you get that in.
I can circle back at the end if you'd like.
Thanks, Senator Kissel, and thank you, Madam Clerk. All right, next item number 4, consideration of Department of Administrative Services codes. We have 3 different codes, so we're going to start with proposed 2018 Connecticut State Building Code. The LCO recommendation for that code is rejection without prejudice. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded. I guess, is there any discussion? I believe we have DAS, representatives from DAS on the line, Madam Clerk.
Yes.
Okay.
I just have a quick question.
Sure.
I probably should know this, but when you say 2018 and now it's 2022, has this been in the works for 4 years, or the last time we revised this was 4 years? How does that work?
No, that's a typo. It should say 2022. We did them in 16, we did them in 18, and that should say 2022.
Oh,
What was
all right.
submitted was yes, current.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
That was my question.
All right.
Um,
At least I'm not alone.
Okay.
Well, the well thing threw me. Now I'm always like suspicious. Like, how long has this been?
I guess, were there any other further questions? And just if, Bill, if the LCO wouldn't mind just explaining the difference between the process for the codes and regs, if they're.
I think historically in our office that we have not followed the same format in terms of going through the pages, because the pages are very voluminous. And I think so the reports are done differently and the technical corrections are done differently. I don't know if anyone that drafted one of those reports, I was not involved in the drafting of those particular reports, but any one of my colleagues from LCO wants to add additional comments in terms of why the format is slightly different.
And I will say that obviously we know how hard you work, but seeing all of those written, looking through the regulations and seeing the handwritten notations just really shows the level of detail and the amount of work that you put in. I don't know why that brought it home more than seeing a typed list of 50 or sometimes 100 technical corrections, but looking through at all of those handwritten notes really gave me a new appreciation for the thoroughness that you guys approach this with. Are there any other questions? Okay. If not, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Roll call vote on 2022 Connecticut State Building Code. Senator Maroney. Oh, and the action I should say is rejection without prejudice. Senator Maroney.
Senator Maroney votes in the affirmative.
Representative Claire Distria.
Representative Claire Distria votes yes.
Senator Kissel.
Senator Kissel votes yes.
Representative Arnone.
Representative Arnone votes yes.
Representative Carpino.
Representative Carpino votes yes.
Representative Godfrey,
Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Senator Hartley,
Senator Hartley, yes.
Senator Kelly,
Senator Kelly votes yes.
Representative McGorty,
Representative McGorty votes yes.
Senator Minor,
Senator Minor votes yes.
Senator Austin,
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Retigliano,
Retigliano votes yes.
Representative Ryan, and Representative Welander.
Representative Welander votes yes.
Thank you. All set, Senator.
Okay, thank you. Next is a proposed 2022 Connecticut State Fire Safety Code. The LCO recommendation is rejection without prejudice. I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Senator Kissel,
Second.
second by Representative Godfrey. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Roll call vote on 2022 Connecticut State Fire Safety Code. The motion is to reject without prejudice. Senator Maroney,
Senator Maroney votes in the affirmative.
Representative Claire Destetria,
Representative Claire Destetria votes yes.
Senator Kissel,
Senator Kissel votes yes.
Representative Arnone,
Representative Arnone votes yes.
Representative Carpino,
Representative Carpino votes yes.
Representative Godfrey,
Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Senator Hartley,
Senator Hartley votes yes.
Senator Kelly,
Senator Kelly votes yes.
Representative McGorty,
Representative McGorty votes yes.
Senator Minor,
Senator Minor votes yes.
Senator Austin,
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Retigliano,
Retigliano votes yes.
Representative Ryan, and Representative Welander.
Representative Welander votes yes.
Thank you. All set, Senator.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Next is the proposed 2022 Connecticut State Fire Prevention Code. I'd entertain a motion for the LCO recommendation of rejection without prejudice.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Senator Kissel, seconded by Representative Godfrey. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Roll call vote on the 2022 Connecticut State Fire Prevention Code. The motion is to reject without prejudice. Senator Maroney,
Senator Maroney votes in the affirmative.
Representative Claire Destetria,
Representative Claire Destetria votes yes.
Senator Kissel,
Senator Kissel votes yes.
Representative Arnone,
Representative Arnone votes yes.
Representative Carpino,
Representative Carpino votes yes.
Representative Godfrey,
Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Senator Hartley,
Hartley in the affirmative.
Senator Kelly,
Senator Kelly votes yes.
Representative McGorty,
Representative McGorty votes yes.
Senator Minor,
Senator Minor votes yes.
Senator Austin,
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Retigliano,
Retigliano votes yes.
Representative Ryan, and Representative Welander.
Representative Welander votes yes.
Thank you. All set.
Okay, great. I think that concludes the items on our agenda. Madam Clerk, is the date and time of the next meeting, is that July 26th?
Yes. So July 26th is our next meeting. And also before we end, I just want to make sure I get the rest of the votes that are remaining.
Okay,
But yes, that's the next date.
great. So with that, I guess that concludes our business. I don't know, Representative Claire Destetria, do you have any comments? Okay. Senator Kissel?
No, I hope everybody has a great month and happy 4th of July.
Thank you. Yep, good point. Happy 4th to everyone. And then Representative Arnone?
Yes, same here. Happy 4th.
Okay. And then I guess you still need to get the votes before we can adjourn, correct?
Yep. So the only two votes that I'm missing are from Representative Arnone for the first two items. So Representative Arnone for 2022-008, the motion is to reject without prejudice.
Yes, vote yes.
And then for 2022-006A, the motion is to approve in whole with technical corrections. How do you vote?
Yeah, Representative Arnone votes yes.
Okay, and I think that's everybody else. We're just
Thanks,
missing Brian.
everybody.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
A motion has been moved and seconded. We are adjourned. Thank you very much. See everyone next